Spartan Garage to our Dinosaur Airways. Good morning, Mike. How are you today?
Good morning, Nick. I am doing well. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you on the radio.
Well, let me tell you, this has been one of those programs that I think we got involved with about 7 years ago when the Dinosaur signed on. Tony Fallico kind of brought it our way. And Ryan Beckley, of course, a wonderful guy, and he created this program that you have now inherited. And this is just something that has blossomed into a beautiful program, hasn't it?
Yes, sir. Gives the kids a lot of opportunity.
Not everybody can read a manual. Not everybody can sit in a class and walk away and know exactly what they're going to want to do. But you can touch, feel, hear, smell this project, and you'll know, even by just those few things, whether or not things are rolling out pretty well, eh?
Yeah, definitely.
Because if you smell exhaust...
Oh, no, they come down and they tell me.
Yeah, there you go. All right, well, let's talk about this. Somehow, I believe, now Ryan Beckley has moved on to where? You can tell everybody where.
SUNY OCC, their automotive program.
Right, and that's a great coup because this puts him into a college situation now, so that's pretty good. So
yes,
everybody advances, and it's created a wonderful opportunity for you. Now, the opportunity for the students to continue to work hands-on is still right here for the students to do at Spartan Garage, and you are now overseeing this project, and you kind of inherited a Mopar, right? I mean, we're talking Mopar here, right?
Yep, this is our first Mopar for ESM.
And this is a 1968 Coronet Super B. You can't tell me that this car isn't going to be sought after.
Oh, it's very highly sought after.
And they're rare as it is, because anybody who watches Counting Cars and the Count knows that when he tries to find one of these, they're not easy to find. And you're talking about 1968. So you acquire the shell of a car.
Yes, we got it from the Syracuse Nationals.
That's right. Now, when you say a shell, were there seats in it? Were there interior parts? Or are you guys stuck for having to find all of that?
Well, you saw the shell on the trailer with the advertisement on the windshield, but all the parts were in a separate trailer. There were few parts that were on the vehicle, and we had to acquire a few major parts and find other parts as we go.
Like the engine?
Like the engine and transmission.
All right, so the engine and transmission are not... Are they Coronet parts, or are they Mopar engines?
They are genuine Dodge product. The engine is a 440 cubic inch engine that has been disassembled and meticulously looked over by Bloss's Machine Shop in Kirkville.
So does that mean it's been rebuilt or
Yes.
refurbished?
It's been fully rebuilt, brand new, all internals, and it's going to have some Edelbrock performance cylinder heads on it, and an intake with a 4-barrel carburetor.
Now, this is a car that the project car for the Spartan Garage pretty much makes thousands of dollars each year, puts it into this program, allows this program to purchase cars and continue to roll down the highway right down to the actual drawing for it. Yep. So you've got a nice budget here. Now, let's talk about the fact that very quickly you have a drivetrain that had to be looked over and rebuilt by an outside organization, and they were?
Yes, Raymond Miller has fully disassembled the transmission. He's a local that's been working with ESM Spartan Garage for years, and he's on the verge of coming back in to fully rebuild the transmission in the class with students. And we're very fortunate to still be in person to do that. And,
right.
The students vote on all the parts that go into it, if, performance or, a shift kit. And, same thing with the engine is we chose to either build it mildly or we built it, a little bit mean and streetable, so it'll have a little bit of horsepower behind it.
All right, so acquiring a shell also puts you in the situation where you have to check in with your one of your supporters, which I believe is there in East Syracuse, and you can name them. They do the body work and the paint, correct?
Yes, East Syracuse Chevrolet does provide the bodywork and the paint. The paint, I believe, is donated by Saves, and we usually try to get the car to them as soon as possible. Obviously, usually the cars we get for the raffle projects, the students do get to disassemble and organize. However, this one was a little bit different. There wasn't very much to disassemble.
Aha. All right. But that allowed you guys to get that off to paint and body earlier and get assembling sooner. So it sounds to me like the shell, and I've seen it on your website at SpartanGarage.org. So you've got the shell and it's painted now, right?
Yes, it's fully painted. We have most of the exterior kind of done. We're just waiting on the engine from Bloss's machine. We should be on the dyno this week to dyno tune it.
So you obviously know that the color you guys picked out is sweet.
Yeah, it's like a sunburst orange. They call it turbine bronze.
And when people see that with the black stripes on it and the Super B later on when it's all done, they're going to recognize us, anybody who's a dinosaur, because sweet.
You'll recognize it not only by appearance but by sound.
Okay, so now you got a handful of students, and you've got the part of the car that is there in the Spartan garage that you guys are actually responsible for, and that is the drivetrain. That is putting the engine, installing, assembling, and all of the drivetrain from the turning of the key to what's going to blow out the exhaust, correct?
Correct.
All right, so you got some students, like you got Matt and a couple of the other guys. Let's talk about them and what their responsibility is to the car.
So we got a bunch of seniors, to name a few. We got Matt Cruz, Jacob Decker, we have Colin Decker, we have Paul Hughes, and Nate Polano, and all these seniors have had little tasks here and there, like, for example, Matt Cruz and Nate Polano actually installed the windshield, and we've been working slowly on the headliner, and we're slowly working on other stuff, like Jake Decker and his cousin Colin help put in the rear differential and the rear axle assemblies. And some of the juniors actually did some mounting and balancing when we got our American racing rims in. And tires were purchased through Big Four in East Syracuse.
Ah, our friends at Big Four, too. So, all right. So now here's the situation where these kids enter this program. In what grade can they actually get involved in this program?
We have three level courses. Intro to Automotive starts typically in your 10th grade, but I do have 11th or 12th grade students. It's basically how to take care of your car, basic tools, basic auto maintenance, and they can get involved in the project as well because we have an auto club. And then Auto 1 gets more involved and has we team up with SUNY OCC for OCC credit in the automotive courses. And then, your senior year for Auto 2, we work more on, engine-related drivetrain stuff, but also they get to do an internship live out in the real-world experience.
All right. So, as of now, this car is introduced to Central New York. When does it appear in the magazine, and when can people start to get tickets for it?
So we're going to appear in Hemmings Motor News for 3 months. It's going to be, obviously, June in the 2 months prior, and we're going to have a mobile interscroller, and tickets just went live on our website. There's a form that you can click, download, and mail in. We have tickets sitting here right in the classroom ready to go, and the Booster Club has been everything supportive and helping me along the way with questions because obviously this is all new to me too.
So people can buy one ticket or several tickets all at the same price of?
You can buy 1 for 10, 3 for 25, or 15 for 100.
There you go. All right, this is going to be a beautiful project. All eyes are going to be on it. You can go up at SpartanGarage.org right now and get a look at it, and then you can watch the progress as the students continue to assemble this beautiful 1968 Coronet Super B. And again, the color is
turbine bronze, like a dark orange.
Nice, like that burnt orange that we all love. That looked good on anything you put it on back in the day. But that long body style and that coronet just simply going to be beautiful. All right, Mike, we could speak with you maybe in a few more weeks, find out what progress you've gone through, and see how the students are liking it. So I want to
thank you. Forward to it.
I want to thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you.
Way to go.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, you got it here. Keep it here.